Hey guys, Fabulous here today, and we're going to be going over some of our oldest tutorials to make sure they're still up to date. So this is the first one. This is going to be split leveling, and it's going to be quite easy to follow. It should help you guys who are starting to split level houses, make it a bit easier, and all that sort of good stuff. So what we're going to do, we're going to start off with our wall tool, and we're just going to build a room just like this. Doesn't matter what size it is. And we're going to turn off auto roofing because in this instance, we don't want it, and it's not helping us at all. So we're going to remove all the roofs, turn off auto roof right there as well. So, to be able to start split leveling, I suppose a good way to show you what it means, or tell you what it means, is to show you what it means. So we're going to actually do it, and then I'll explain what it actually means. So we're going to open up the cheat window first with Ctrl, Shift, and C, all pressed at the same time, in case you've never used it. We want to type in constrain, floor, elevation, false. Constrained floor elevation is all one word, and then you go space false to turn it off. What this is going to allow us to do, is going to allow us to change the height of walls in the game. Normally we wouldn't be able to change the height or play around with them at all, but now we can. So the easiest way to start split leveling is actually just to grab the foundation tool right here. If we grab the foundation tool and place it right next to our wall, you'll see it actually drags the wall down to the same height as the foundation. So what we can do now, we can go grab the leveling tool, and we can actually drag it across on this first floor, and we'll actually lower all the walls down to the same height. And now we actually have a proper wall, but it's only the height of a foundation. Now you're probably wondering, why is this useful? Why is this a good thing at all? Why would I even want to do this? That's absolutely ridiculous. It's ludicrous. There's some really cool things you can do with it. I'm going to show you just a really basic application. So I built a room on top of it. So now it just looks like a house on a foundation. Looks completely average. Nothing special there. But what we're going to do, we're going to go down a level, and we're going to actually build a wall across the middle of our room here. This will also show you another little thing that you're going to encounter when doing it. If you build a wall after you've already leveled the walls, you'll see something that happen like this. It's going to pop up, going to be all up in your face, and you're going to need a level again. So we're going to go to level terrain tool, and we'll go on to our first floor here. And we'll just drag it out across again, and it just levels it down like that. And now it's fixed everything else above it as well. Another thing you'll notice is these funky little floating grey, let me just get rid of that, grey square or triangles here, depending on the joint. What that is it's the top of the walls here. They've bumped up there. It's a weird little bug, but if you just delete that section of wall, and then press Ctrl Z, it'll go away. So delete that section of wall, Ctrl Z, it's gone, fixed. And now you don't have floating triangles everywhere. So, now we've got a wall in the middle of our room. Why do we want to do that? I'll show you why we want to do that. I'm going to grab some nice floorboards. No, they're not going to be that nice, to be honest. Yeah, we'll just get these ones. Nice default boards. It looks absolutely stunning. So, now you can probably start to see what's happening here. We've got floor up here, but no floor here. If we go down here and place the floor there, you'll also see that it does that. But a way we can counteract that is because I press Shift and then placed in the floor. If I just go like this and drag it in without pressing Shift, it actually doesn't do that. However, if you're a bit of a shift and click aficionado, and it does do that to you, of course you can just go to the leveling tool and fix that up straight away. Like so. And now it's fixed, so there's no problem with that. You can do it that way. You can do it either way. It doesn't matter. So now we've got this thing that is called split leveling, where it's technically the same level of house, as in you don't need to go up a whole story, a whole flight of stairs, but you only need to go up a few stairs. So it's a split level. It's literally a split level. It's split at a certain point in it. Anyways, that's what that means. So now what we can do, we can go grab our stairs, and we can place them inside just like this. So I'm going to make it a bit wider. We're going to go about 4. No, we're going to go 5, so it's in the center. Just like that. And now we have some stairs that are inside our house. And it works just like a normal house. It's really cool, and it looks awesome. Now, before I wrap it up, because I'm just doing basic split leveling in this tutorial, we're going to talk about doors and windows, because when you try and put a door, that's a wall. When you try and put a door on the bottom level here, you might have already seen what happened just then as I did it. Oh god, what am I doing? There we go. So if we go up a level, you actually see that this funky phenomenon happens here, and that's not what we want. So what we can do to fix that, wherever you want to put doors on the first level, simply remove the walls. So we've removed the walls in that spot. Now what we're going to put the walls back, and you'll see that it's gone back to the full height like it was originally. Now what we're going to do, because normally we flatten it down on this level, But we don't want to flatten it on this level this time. We don't want to do that. We're going to go up to the level above it, and we're going to flatten it up there. So we're going to drag it across like that. See, now we got this funky little sort of arch. Well, it's not really an arch pattern. It's kind of like a, I don't know, we'll just call it an arch kind of pattern where it goes up and comes back down. And that means when we put our doors right, oh, that's a wall tool again. I hate this little interface, to be honest. It's annoyed me since day one. Now when we put our doors back in, you'll see that they appear normally. And our walls do look a bit funky, but of course you can actually fix it up if you just choose a sort of blankish kind of wall. Except that one's got that there, so it's probably not the best wall to choose, to be honest. I will choose a better wall for that. Like that. See, there you go. It kind of blends it in a bit better. Of course, you still got the lighting differences there, and you can see a bit of glitching. But a really simple way to sort of distract the eye from that is to put in a tree of sorts. I'm not entirely sure what a good tree would be. Maybe it's a bit of bamboo. Chuck a bit of bambas in front of it, yeah? There you go. That's a beaut. So anyway, those are doors. Now, what if we want to do windows? Windows are probably easier. When you generally do split leveling, you want to use a sort of bigger window. And an easy way, without doing the whole wall situation thing, is actually just to place one window on the level below and one directly above it. And that means you can see through both of them. If you only wanted windows on the top, there's no issue. It's just like placing the windows normally. And it works just fine. If you only want windows on the bottom, that's where it gets a bit different. Because what we're going to need to do here is actually do the same thing with the doors. So, wherever you want to put windows just on the bottom floor, we're going to remove the walls and place them back again. Just like that. And we're going to fill in the walls again, just so it blends in a bit better and you can't see what's going on, so it's all smoke and mirrors. And we're going to level that down like that. Now we're going to go back and grab our windows. And if we wanted to place them on the bottom floor this time, what am I doing? There they are. Now they're on the bottom floor without any sort of clipping or cutting away at the windows. So that, my friends, is absolutely basic split leveling. And this tutorial will be a basis for future knowledge that I impart upon you. And that'll include connecting garages and all that sort of stuff when I go back and remake those and hopefully explain them a little bit better in a bit better quality. So before I completely wrap up this tutorial, I'm going to ask you right now if this is something you want to see. If you want to see the old tutorials being remade in quality and updated so we are sure that they work and we know what's going on. And I'm going to try to explain all these tutorials that I'm going to do with more clarity and more depth so that you can fully understand what's actually going on and why it's working. So that's the end of this video, guys. I'm Flabberleaky. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.